Good evening, everyone. I am Navin Kumar. Today, I am going to tell about the topic of here. This is the assignment mini ATC language implementation. This is the ATC subject, and this project topic is creating a small programming language called mini ATC. Next slide, we have the introduction. Automata theory is the foundation of programming language. Means it is a helps in understanding how programming language work internally. And next point we have used in compiler and interpreter. Compiler and interpreter use automata concepts to process code. Like a compiler is a convert whole program to mission code, and interpreter is a execute line by line. And next point we have the helps in lexical analysis and parsing. Means it will automata is used for lexical analysis. Means it is breaking the code into tokens, and parsing is a checking grammar and syntax. And next point we have the mini ATC is a simple programming language. How means it is a small custom language made for learning concepts, and it is a project demonstrate practical implementation, and this project show how theory is applied practically using code. Next slide we have the objectives. Here we first point we have understand finite automata means learn how states and transition it will works. And next point we have implement identifier recognition means create logic to check valid variable names or not. And next we have the build a lexical analyzer means it will create a scanner tokenization for program input. And optional we have the build a parser means it will the advanced part to check grammar rules. And last we have the apply theory to real world problems means it will automata concept in practical software systems. Next slide we have the assignment levels. There are three levels: identify, recognition, and lexical analyzer and lexical analyzer plus parser. Here identify recognition means what? It is a basic task and it will check whether the variables names are valid or not. And level 2 we have lexical analyzer and it is the intermediate task means it will break the program into tokens. And last we have the level 3. It is a lexical analyzer and parser. It is the advanced task and it is tokenization plus grammar checking. Now we next slide we have the level 1 identifier recognition. Here first point we have the identifier must start with a letter. Means it variables names cannot start with numbers. For example, valid x some invalid we have no we not to start with numbers like 1x 2508 and etc. Next point we have the can contain letters and digit. Means after first letter digits are allowed like total 1 x2 and string 1 2 and etc. And no special character are allowed. Means symbols like at minus plus and etc are not allowed. And again we told the examples. Next slide we have the finite automata design. Means it will start state check whether first character means in initial state it will verify whether the first character is a letter or not, and it will move to the transition for letter and digits, and it is the automata move between states and a valid character are found. Next we have the reject invalid symbol means if special character appears it will reject the state automatically and accept the. Next slide we have the finite automata design. Here point we have start state check first character, and it will initially start verify whether first character is a letter or not, and transition for letter and digits, and rejects invalid symbol if character appears rejected, and accept state for valid identifier. If identifier follow all rules it will accept the rules. Level 2 lexical analyzer. Here we have the first point we have read mini etc program means program source code is taken as input and breaks input into tokens like code is divided into meaningful parts. For example, we taken x is equal to 10. Here x is a identifier and equal to is a operator, and 10 is a number and semicolon is a delimiter. And next point we have the keywords identifiers numbers means it is a lexical analyzer identifies token type. And next we have the operators and delimiters means we can told before recognition symbol like plus equal to semicolon and para open bracket or close bracket. Here we have the example program. Here we start with begin and end with end. Here begin is a starting keyword of a program and we take an int x variable declaration. It is a int is a keyword and x is the identifier and semicolon is a delimiter. And next we have the x is equal to 10 means it is a assignment statement and next we print the value of x and end of the program. And level 3 we have the parser. Here check grammar correctness means parser check whether program structure is correct or not. And next point we have the we use the context free grammar CFG. It is defines rule of programming language syntax and structure begin and end. We know that and program must follow this format only. And next point we have the validate syntax means it detects the syntax error. For example, missing semicolon and wrong statements order. And next slide we have the implementation. Here language used in C, Python, Java, and but we using only C programming means it is used to implement the project and functions for input token recognition and function handle reading input and identifying tokens. And next we have validation logic means check whether input follows the rules or not and console the output result shown on terminal console. This is a code, lexical code in the this is in C language, and this is purpose of this code means program to check whether a valid identifier or not. Means it will variable name, it will identify the variable name, function, object name. In this main idea, we have the code uses the DFA, deterministic finite automata logic. Here rules we have the first character must be a letter and remaining character can be letter or digit and no special symbols are not allowed. And here main function is valid identifier means it function check identify rows means it will check the first character and remaining characters and if all rows are correct or not it will check. How we will it will how it will work. Now we start we given we want to give input user input identifier total 1. See, it is a valid identifier. Means program check first character and checks remaining character, and it will the display the it is a valid identifier or invalid identifier showing. See, for example, we given 89G letter starting with the letters. It is the invalid identifier. Next, it is a level 2 code. I means it is a lexical mini lexical analyzer. Mini lexical analyzer means this program perform lexical analysis and lexical analysis breaks program into tokens. And here, what is token? Here, tokens are small meaningful part of this program. For example, we taken the x is equal to 10 semicolon. X is the identifier and equal to is a operator and 10 is the number. Semicolon is the delimiter. And in this code, we have the it is a function is keyword means it will check reserved words like begin, end, int, and print. And in is identifier function, we will check only and is number function. We can give only numbers variable names. And next we have the operator. Is operator function we give only plus, minus, star, and divide equal to. And delimiter we have semicolon, open bracket, close bracket. Now we will show how program it will works. We give the input begin. We start with begin in text x is equal to 10 print text And see, it will showing. See, these are the tokens. Means this program read the input character by character, and it will groups character into tokens, and it will becomes one token, and program check token times and display the token category. This is the token category. Here begin is a keyword, x is a identifier, and semicolon is a delimiter, 10 is a number. Here see, this is the working. Next, level 3 lexical analyzer and parser means this purpose means it is the advanced version and it is a tokenized input and it will check the program syntax, and this process is called parsing, and main idea of means it will check whether program structure follow the grammar rules or not. For example, we given begin int id in id equal to number print id, and we know here, and this is the function program stmt list. These are the programs. These are the functions. How program it will work, I will show you here. Now we enter the MINIATC program. Begin. We enter. Yes, the parser checks the grammar rules and it is a valid program. It is a pass the all rules. In these three levels, in the simple flow is in level one, we it is the identifier checking, and level two it is a tokens, and level three tokens plus grammar validation. And now come to the slide conclusion, last part. Conclusion. In this point, first point, we have learn automata concept practically, means applied theoretically concept through coding. Next point, we have the built lexical analyzer, means it will create a token recognition system, and understood the compilers, means learned basic compiler working, and improve the programming skills like project improved coding and logical thinking. And last slide we have the reference. Here reference we have class names, means it is material provided in class, and mini etc language specification, means rules and structure of mini etc language. And next point we have the automate theory textbooks, means book referred for concepts and theory. Thank you.